the grandson of Right Thought. Let's talk about the mark of the beast. Everybody should pretty much know now that we're in the last days. Like I say, the last few grains of sand falling out the hourglass. So everybody's on high alert for this mark of the beast. What is it? In what form is it going to come? What is it going to look like? What are the effects it's going to have? Who's going to take it and who's not? So over the years recently, people have come to a lot of conclusions about what the mark of the beast is. You know, whether it's some sort of jab or some type of barcode or symbol or whatever, tattoo, whatever people have come up in their mind as to what the mark of the beast is. Now, remember, determining who you are and what you are is going to determine how you look at things. Based on what you are, I should say. It's going to determine how you look at things. So we who are in the truth, that kingdom is not of this world, understand that everything that we read in those scriptures is spiritual. It is an activity of the spiritual world. So when we hear mark of the beast, we don't look for physical things. Okay? Just like when Yahusha said, take my body and break it and eat. This is my body when he broke the bread. When he did with the wine, this is my blood. We always use symbolism of our world, of truth. We always use metaphors and symbolism, parables, to explain higher truths or spiritual truths. You see? Because that is of the spirit is the truth. That is of the flesh or the physical world is a lie. Because it's temporary, see? And anything that's temporary is a lie. Everything that's forever is the truth. Understand that. Put that in your back pocket and keep that. Everything that is a lie is temporary. That's why it's a lie. But everything that's true is forever, unchanging. You see? Works that way with love too. So keep that in your back pocket. Now back to the point. So we understand that the mark of the beast are characteristics that you'll see in a person. Now we're going to make this real simple. If y'all go along this walk with me and hear the words, it should resonate deeply with you, with truth. Because we walk by faith, not by sight. See, there it is again. So if you're caught up in the 3D to understand something like the mark of the beast, then you'll miss the actual mark of the beast. Now I'm going to give you an example of what I mean. How do you tell, if you see an animal down the street, how do you tell if it's a cat or a dog? How do you tell the difference? By its marks, right? Everything is recognizable by its marks. How do you tell the difference between a blue jay and a cardinal? Because of the marks. So everything has marks to differentiate what a thing is, you see? So when you say mark of the beast, a lot of people don't understand what the mark of the beast is because they don't understand what his marks are. That makes sense. You won't understand the mark of the beast if you don't know what the beast you're dealing with is and what his marks are. You see? The marks of a beast. I'll give you an example. The marks of a dog. You can tell it's a dog. Shape of his body, the sound that he makes when he barks, he growls, sniffing around and shit, digging. Those are marks of a dog. Not a cat. Cat doing other shit. You see? Has his own marks. So the beast has his own marks. Now, what are his marks? His marks are greed, lust, wrath, envy, slothfulness, pride, arrogancy. You see these things? These are the marks of the beast. You see? So envision it in your mind as a big, large beast. You can make him look however you want him to look. Big, lazy ass, prideful, greedy ass, arrogant, jealous, envious ass beast. Got so much apple in my teeth. So you understand that? Those are marks of a beast. Now, y'all are looking around trying to wait for the mark of the beast to hit you when you already got the marks of the beast. Now, he says in his right hand and his forehead, right? So that means how you think about this world and what you'll do to get gain in this world with your right hand. That's what you use, your strength, your power, your right hand. You also salute. I've said this before. Your right hand to your forehead. You salute. You pledge allegiance to something. You see? So now, what's the marks of a man? We've identified the marks of the beast, and that there are many so-called men that had to have the marks of the beast. And how they deal. They are greedy. So that's a mark of a beast. He's not a man. You see that? It's not even hard to understand this. A slothful person, that is a mark of a beast, not a man. A man is not slothful. You see? He's diligent. He works. You see? He tends and keeps the garden. That's a work that he does. And he's not slothful in it. Because if he becomes slothful in it, y'all know the rest. Right? So these marks are somebody's like looking to put a chip in you or put a tag on you and all that. That's the last thing that is manifested. That shows already what marks you already had. You getting a jab or a mark on you to be in this system, already it's just an example of where you've already been spiritually. And that's why we look to the spiritual, not the physical. You can tell who will take a mark physically by how they are spiritually. Tell me it's not true. So then is it ever physical or is it always spiritual? It's always spiritual first because it is the truth. Y'all see? But if you don't have spiritual eyes, then you can't see. So you're just waiting for a physical mark while you already have the marks of the beast. You see? If you have anger and wrath, if that's what you turn to whenever there's a circumstance, you turn to anger and wrath, that's the marks of a beast and not a man. Men don't deal with their issues that way, but a beast will. A big, nasty, stinking ass, lazy ass beast, he gonna deal with his problems that way. But a man won't. He'll deal with it on a higher frequency. You see? So, what else the marks of the beast? What else we got? We got gluttony. We got pride of life. We got slothfulness. So pride of life, let's talk about that one. A person who's walking around like their shit don't stink, can't do no wrong, never do wrong, always do the right thing and everybody else is wrong and they're a good person. They're conceited and arrogant. You see? Even when they do wrong and are caught, they still have pride. That's marks of a beast and not a man. You see that? So the thing is that you take off the old man and put on the new man and truth. See, the marks of a man. So now your hand, watch, now your mind doesn't think about only getting gain all the time, making more money. See, it's the beast system. Getting out only for yourself, getting more and more and more and more and more. Now your mind is on mutual benefit for everybody. How can everybody mutually benefit from what I do or what I am doing? You see? I'm putting back in now with my mind. I'm thinking of that all day. Marks of a man. with your dealings when you go out and you do work or you help other people. That's your right hand. Now you do it with mutual benefit. And not only for I, not only for me, you see, or for the beast, but for mutual benefit now. So those marks have already been determined in a person, you see, before they even take anything physical. And that's what I'm trying to tell you guys, the point of this video, is that you understand that those are the marks of the beast, the unseen characteristics of a person, you see. That's how we determine when we look at what we call human beings. Some of those are beasts and some of those are men. And by men, I mean men and women. But some of those are beasts, bitches and dogs. You see? We call them that. So it's always around you. The truth is always around. Wisdom is always crying in the streets to get you to understand what things really are. It's if you're listening or not. It's if you're listening or not. See, let's give y'all a mystery. Y'all gotta listen up. Remember, we're just having a conversation on this walk. So it's not really like a class or anything like this. We're just talking. We're gonna bring some things to the light though. Think about the book of Revelation. That's the book that talks about the mark of the beast. Right? Now check this out. Christ appears to John in the beginning of Revelation and standing in the midst of 7 golden candlesticks, or what we call a menorah. He's standing in the midst. John sees him. Christ then tells John to write to the 7 churches. Okay? Now, I want to give you the spiritual understanding of this. Okay? We can all come up with in our minds what we physically think that looked like or what John experienced. Y'all understand? But I'm going to give you the spiritual understanding. Christ is speaking to the 7 churches, or the 7 called out ones, or the 7 chakras of the body. Okay? Understand what I'm telling you. 7 energy centers in your body. Now, I told you we're going to give you a mystery. Joseph wore a coat of many colors. That was a 3D, his coat of many colors that was given to him by his father, because Jacob also had a coat of many colors you couldn't see. It means the chakras of the body are activated in righteousness. All 7 chakras of the body are subject to the head. Do y'all understand this? Do y'all understand this? So it's the energy centers of the body. Now we're going to go through them so you can understand this. At the bottom, you have the root chakra, color red. Lust. You see? Passions. You see that? The energy center of the body that governs that thing, or the called out energy center in that part of the body. So now you can use that chakra for lust, lasciviousness. You see that? You can commit adultery with that chakra, all kinds of adulteries and thefts, because you're lusting after things and coveting things that don't belong to you. That's nothing but the root chakra out of order. So Christ speaks to that chakra in the body. Now, how do you get the signal? It's when you're about to do something lustful and you get a signal and say, you know what? That ain't right, man. I'm not doing that anymore. That's Christ speaking to the root chakra in your body, correcting it and bringing it into alignment so that you put off the image of the Most High now, with the 7 chakras activated, or Christ standing in the midst of 7 golden candlesticks. You see? So let's keep going. You move up. What you got next? The sacral, or the navel? What do you want to call that? However you guys want to call it. The next chakra of the body, which the scriptures call bowels of compassion. See the words? See how they go together? Bowels, that's the next chakra of the body, your bowels. Now you should have a compassionate. That's why when you see women see something, a baby get harmed or something, they grab their stomach and grab their mouth. They grab their stomach, see? Their compassion is overwhelming them. That chakra is being activated in truth, compassion. That's where compassion comes from. Now you can cut it off and become rageful, vengeful, spiteful, vindictive, and malicious. See? And then now that chakra is paying homage to who? The enemy, the beast. Not to the image of God. You see? With the coat of many colors on. Back to that. He got it from his father. Joseph had the coat of many colors, which means 7 chakras in his body activated. The rainbow man. See? That's why I was calling myself the rainbow man. See? 7 chakras in the body activated in righteousness. You see that? So let's keep going. So now we have your navel or sacral, whatever one comes next. I'm getting mixed up there, but whatever one comes next, that would be your dietary appetites. Now, unholy would be gluttony. You see how the Bible is doing that? One of the 7 deadly sins. You see how there's 7 of them? You can't get around this truth that you're getting right now. You see that? 7 deadly sins, which means your 7 chakras are not being used correctly. You feel the feeling. You just don't respond the correct way. You choose the wrong thing. So like I said, now your diet and appetite. Most High said, eat fruit-bearing seeds. You see? Let's see here. Fruit-bearing seed. Okay, see the seeds in there? That's what Abba told us to do originally. You see, from the beginning. That was his word to us from the beginning. Now, because of man, he allowed us to have certain leeway. I know y'all gonna want meat. I know y'all gonna, desire other things. I get it. So he gave us designation for those things. But when he first started, he said fruit bearing seed. Okay? Now, if you want your stomach to be in alignment with righteousness, then that's what you'd aim for. Fruit bearing seed. That's what pleases Abba Yah. You see? He would not have it that we were killing. He would not have it so to eat. He would have us to take from the tree, the ground, the fruits of the earth to eat, as it was in the beginning. But we have lust for other things, or as he says, lust for meats. You see? So he gives us grace on that. He says, I understand it. You cook a steak, it smell good as hell. That shit sitting up there juicy as hell. Shit. Put some barbecue sauce on that shit. Get a baked potato next to that shit. Damn. You're like, I know I said fruit-bearing seeds, but damn. You feel me? Get some good-ass lamb chops up there. You like, oh, hell, good thing it's clean. Shit. Good thing it's clean meat. You see? But Abba knows that about you, so he gives you that grace. You see, isn't it beautiful when you understand it? But he would have it that you did fruit-bearing seeds. You see? Or as Daniel, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego, or Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, they ate only pulse and drank water. And they were more beautiful than all the other men. Read it. I don't tell you no lies. Everything I say come right out the scriptures. So back to these 7 chakras. Now we move up. Now where are we? We're at the heart chakra. You see? Now, your heart could be radiating love or it could be radiating fear. Look at that. You see that? You could be radiating love with your heart, or you could be radiating fear vibrations with your heart. You choose. You see that? Now let's keep going up the spectrum. Got the throat chakra. You could speak truth and love, or you could speak fear and lies. Your choice. You can speak the word, or you can speak lies. Your choice. That's all that this is about, is your body and how you're using it. Newsflash. So when you're talking about the mark of the beast, that's what it's about. That's why it's in Revelation. That's why he was talking to the 7 churches. You see? The 7 chakras of your body, telling them what they need to get together. Hey, I mean, you're doing pretty good. You're still hanging on. Read the words and see if I'm lying to you when he's talking to the churches. You're doing pretty good, but there's one thing you got to get better. You got to kick out that Jezebel. That Jezebel got y'all tripping. Read it in there and see if you think I'm making it up. You see that? So let's keep going. From the throat up to the third eye. Now, are you leaning into your own understanding or are you heeding to the spirit? The third eye would be considered our ear or our eye. Let our eye be single. So choose with your third eye what you'll listen to. Vainness, your ego, or are you heeding to the spirit? Because that's how we connect with the spirit, through our third eye chakra. You see? Then we have the crown. And when the crown is open, the Ruach can pour into us. So what he's taught you in that mystery of the Bible is that once you activate the 7 chakras, starting at your root, building it all the way up, and once your crown chakra opens, the Ruach is poured into you. That's the whole story of Revelation. That is what he's revealing to you. You see that? Christ is ministering to the body, to his bride. That is who he ministers to. Tell me it's not true. To the body of Christ, to his bride, the church. The church is your body. Tell me it's not. So then he's telling you how to get your body out of the misalignment it's been in. Lust, fears, shame, guilt, not heeding to the spirit, separated from the Most High, crown chakra closed off. You can't get no Ruach. You can't get no understanding, no peace. Come on. Then he humbles you by showing you your sin. And that's how I keep trying to tell you guys, it's not about anybody else getting themselves together. If you start leaking your energy, people are going to see it. If you're taking everything personal that happens in this world, even if it ain't got shit to do with you, because you're not willing to find out about what's going on first, you just take everything personal because you think it's about you because of your narcissism, then you're leaking the fact that your chakras are not in alignment. And you have the mark of the beast on you. You may not have it in your right hand or on your forehead, but you damn got it in your belly. You got it in your root chakra. You got the tail hanging down now like an animal, like a beast. You got a tail hanging down now. You see? Instead of energy flowing upward from your root upward, because that's where you got to get the energy from. See? The energy that flows upward, the sexual energy of the body. Well, we're wasting it when we're not doing it in righteousness. So what has this world told you? To do it in lust. I told you, the world will have it that the woman can have a, what we call the hot girl summer and do all this wild promiscuous shit and then get married. That's wrong. But if you're filled with lust, then you won't think that's wrong. You'll think you're doing the right thing. Same thing with men. If you're bouncing and sleeping with other men's wives and committing adultery and doing all that kind of shit, then you're using your energy, see, your sexual energy in wrongness. That's all. Wrong thinking. Now bring it back to righteousness. Do it the correct way. Do it the way Abba Yah says he would like it to be done. And once you get those 7 chakras under authority to Christ, which is the head of the body, see how the scriptures goes? Once you get those and you make them subject unto Christ, now you can be filled with the Ruach, or the holy oil can now be poured into you. And now the 7 candles can be lit in your menorah, which are the 7 energy chakras of your body, is your menorah. So I said in my other video, here comes another mystery, guys. I mean, if y'all listen to this, man, y'all getting all kind of jewels, man, for real. If you're really listening and being patient. Watch this. I said 2022 is the 7th year. What that mean? The year the 7th candle is lit. He who hath an ear, let him hear. You see? Crown chakra opening, the Ruach being poured through. Or as you guys call it, the rapture. So the body of Christ is prepared. It's been going through preparation for the last 6 years. See? In the 6th year. So that in the 7th year, she would be ready. You see it? You see? When I was first getting this information, I just kept seeing 722. 722, 722. And at first I didn't ask the Most High about it. I just kept taking note of it. Like, I just keep seeing 722. 722, what does it mean? What does it mean? Then one day, I asked, why do I keep seeing this number? The month and the year. Okay, the month and the year. Okay. So like I said, the seventh year, the seventh candle lit on the menorah. So think about it with your body. What does that mean? Have you been getting your body in alignment? Have you been purging the unfruitful works of darkness or the mark of the beast off of you? Or are you still caught in those same loops and those same traps? You don't have bowels of compassion when you see a poor person. Read the scriptures and see what it says about poor people. If you see a poor person, do you turn your eyes away? If they want to talk to you, are you like this? Oh man, I want to talk to me. Is that how it is? Because if it is, then you're in error. That means you don't have bowels of compassion. The scriptures bear witness that you should be more than willing to give to the poor, to listen to them, to talk with them friendly, with meekness. You see? So it's if you're choosing to use your chakras that way, not if anybody else is choosing to use it. They can use their energy centers as they so please. That's called free will. Just like you have free will to choose. But if he finds you with the mark of the beast, which is chakras misaligned, then he can't light the menorah. You see? He can't light the menorah in you. The candles won't light. There's no oil. You see? What did he say about the virgins? They had no oil. Let's go back and buy some. You ain't gonna be able to buy this kind of oil, believe me. This everlasting oil. You see? So that's what it's about. It's about making your body subject to the Most High's will, which is, what would he use this body for? What is his purpose for this body? Do y'all even ask that question? Or do you just take it for granted that you have it? Well, I have the body, so it's up to me to do what I want to do with it. Okay. Y'all read the scriptures, y'all hear what it says. He says, ask for anything according to my will. So if you don't know his will, how can you ask for something? Doom, doom, doom. You see that? If you don't know the Most High's will, then how do you know what to ask for? According to his will. When you read the Lord's Prayer, your will be done on earth as it is in heaven. Did Christ must do the will? Did you? Do you know it? Because if you don't know his will, you can't pray according to it. That's simple. So his will is that you would bring your body into harmony with truth of why it was created in the first place. You see that? So how do we know that's what Abba Yah is doing with us? He's purging us at this time. Because you see an upheaval of our lifestyles. That's how you know he's purging you of your foolishness. Men have gone through hell with women over children. And it is because he's purging the lust out of us. That's why. Be mindful when you make children now. I bet niggas will be now, won't they? After that child support tore your ass up. After you was being embarrassed as hell in court. After you worked your job and got your check and it was 1/3 of your check. You see? After you can't see your kids for months and months and months and months and months because she's mad at you. I bet they're gonna get your shit together now, ain't it? It's gonna make you be like, you know what? Let me be a little bit more chaste with my rod. The same thing with you women. Having children and shit with niggas that you don't even know. Oh shit, I had a one night stand, got a baby. Oh damn, now I got this embarrassment of raising a child, having to explain to this child, don't know who your damn daddy is really. Oh my God. Well, sister, that means be a little more chaste with your root chakra. Now say that ain't the facts. That is your root chakra led you astray. You got turned up, your shit got wet, and you got turned on. Simple as that. Why fight against it? Why be mad about it? That's what it is. Same thing with the man. Your rod got hard, you got turned on, and you wanted it. You committed it in your heart already first. You already did the act in your heart. That's why you got turned on. Simple as that. So like I said, it's about your body and you allowing what the energies do. Now that just proved it, didn't it? If Christ says you commit adultery in your heart first before you ever do the act, then that means that you're using the energy center to feel the energy or to build the energy to do the act beforehand. So is it not about your body? Is it not about your chakras being in alignment? It's that simple. Now, what determines if the person gives to the poor or he turns his face away from the poor? His bowels of compassion determine that. So when he feels the energy, he feels disgust and irritation. And when he sees the poor person, see, with his bowels. His stomach turns nasty when he sees them. See, same energy center, the balls. Now, when you see, you have compassion. So you look at the person, you smile, you say, hey, you need anything? You need some help? See? They start talking to you about their life and what, I had a rough life and a year ago my kid died and, this happened to me in my job, blah, 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 blah. You just listen peacefully if you have bowels of compassion. So it's determined by how you use your energy centers in your body. Now, who can deny this? I don't know what kind of truth y'all want to hear at this point because this is so crystal clear and you can't get around it. Y'all ever heard truth like that? That couldn't be gainsaid against? You hear it, you're like, damn, wait a minute. So Revelation, the 7 churches, the 7 chakras of the body being brought into alignment. I didn't know that. Damn, that shit. But it's true. I can't get around it. That's what Abba Yah is dealing with in us. It's how we decide to use our energy centers. What does he say? Out of the heart. So how do you use your heart chakra? Fear? Well, then you're going to give answers like lies. You only will lie if fear is in your heart first. Understand that? This is what I keep trying to tell you. It's spiritual. The lies and the thefts and adulteries come from the matters of the heart. It's how you're using your heart. If you're in fear, then you would choose those adulteries. You would choose those thefts. But if you are in love, will you choose adultery and theft? No. No. Now you are in the image of Christ. See, who was in the man standing in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks that was lit up. See? Now you match that image of Christ. You see? Like Joseph with the coat of many colors. The 7 chakras activated. The rainbow man. You see? You can do great things when you're in alignment. And when you get out of alignment, you can do horrible things. Now we're going to see if Joseph had a coat of many colors. So let's see here. He dreamed dreams. So that means that his chakra was open to receive from the heavens messages. You see that? And interpretations. He was able to interpret. He was able to hear. So his third eye was open. Look at there. He was able to speak the truth. So he was able to prophesy about things that would come. So his throat chakra was activated in the right way. Look at this. He was able to save a nation from famine. His heart chakra was wide open, obviously. He was not bitter against his brothers. So his heart chakra was wide open. Y'all don't see this? His bowels of compassion, that's how he was able to help the people in the famine. Let's see about his root chakra. Let's see if he even had that on point. Potiphar's wife tried to sleep with Joseph, and he told her no. And she kept trying and said, if you don't sleep with me, man, shit, it's going to be a problem. Snatching his clothes off and shit, and he still didn't lay with her. Then he was accused of it and thrown in prison. So should he have been bitter, mad, angry? People keep lying on the man, keep throwing him to the side and making up bullshit about him. So is this not proving that he wore a coat of many colors by how he acted in response to what happened to him? He obviously didn't use lust like a lot of men today would have did. Potiphar's wife might have been fine. She walked in there like, boy, you give me that. Shit, ain't nobody around Potiphar in here. I'm about to hit that. Pool boy type shit. See? Happens all the time. But Joseph wasn't going to go for that. He had his chakras in alignment with truth. See? So that's the true mark of the beast and mark of the man. Which marks do you bear? Do you have integrity? Do you have honor? Are you just? Do you deal with balance scales? Are you fearless and full of love and compassion? Because those are the marks of a man. Are you lustful? Do you have strife? Do you have anger and wrath issues? Do you deal with your problems with war only? Never looking to make peace? Do you have strife in your life? Are you gluttonous and greedy and only looking out for I? Well, if that's the case, then you have the mark of the beast. Maybe not in your hand or in your head, but you definitely got it on your body. You see that? But he came to cleanse us. Is that not what he said? To make us spotless without a wrinkle in us. Come on, y'all. Y'all don't understand this teaching today? Well, I said it wasn't a class. Y'all don't understand what we saying? This convo we having? I guess y'all did learn a little something, right? But that's all for now, y'all. I done finished my walk. I'll eat some more of these apples. Silawam Yisrael.